In my Portland apartment, I sat staring at my laptop. My wedding fund should have shown $30,000 for my big day with Owen. Instead, the balance glared, $89.43. My heart pounded like a drum. I scrolled through transactions, spotting a transfer to Nathan's account, dated June 2nd, 2024. My phone buzzed. Nathan's text. "Abby, call me. Urgent." I dialed, hands shaking. He picked up, voice casual. "I borrowed the money for a Hawaii trip. I'll pay it back, relax." Borrowed? He stole my wedding fund. Rage boiled inside me, my dream dress and venue slipping away. I grabbed my keys, barely seeing straight. The family bungalow, inherited from Grandma in 2022, was where Nathan lived rent-free. I'd let him stay out of kindness, but this was betrayal. I drove through Portland's rainy streets, my mind racing with his smug face. How could he? My wedding was in 6 months, every penny saved over years. I pulled into the driveway, fists clenched. This wasn't just about money, it was about trust, family, everything we were supposed to share. I stepped out, ready to face him, my anger a fire that wouldn't go out. I stormed into the bungalow, the familiar smell of cedar hitting me. Nathan lounged on the couch, a new surfboard propped nearby. He smirked. "You're too uptight about a wedding, Abby." My blood boiled. I spotted his phone. Hawaii photos posted yesterday, waves and cocktails mocking me. "You stole my money!" I yelled. He shrugged, unfazed. "It's just a loan. Chill." A loan. Without asking. I wanted to scream. This was our grandmother's house, her legacy, and he treated it like his personal playground. His nonchalance stung worse than the theft. "You're selfish," I spat. He laughed, leaning back. "Go cry to Diane. She'll back me." Our sister always took his side, but I hoped this time she'd see reason. His dare hung in the air. Try something. My hands shook, not from fear but from a new resolve. I wouldn't let him walk over me again. I turned, slamming the door behind me. The rain soaked my jacket as I drove away, Nathan's laughter echoing in my head. I needed Diane's support, but deep down, I feared she'd betray me too. This wasn't over. I'd fight for what was mine. I pulled up to Diane's suburban Portland home, my stomach twisting. She opened the door, her smile fading when she saw my face. "Nathan stole my wedding fund," I said, voice tight. Diane shrugged. "Nathan's just Nathan." "Don't be selfish, Abby." "Selfish?" My jaw dropped. Paul, her husband, nodded. "It's a family loan. He'll pay it back." I stared, betrayal sinking in. Diane admitted she knew about Nathan's Hawaii plan and thought I wouldn't mind. Wouldn't mind? My dream wedding, gone for his vacation. Their dismissal burned. They saw me as a doormat, always giving, never fighting back. I'd covered Nathan's bills, let him live in Grandma's house, and this was my reward. "You're okay with this?" I asked, voice shaking. Diane looked away. Paul mumbled about families sticking together. I saw it then. They'd always choose Nathan. I left, their words heavy in my chest. The rain blurred my windshield as I drove home, but my mind was clear. I wasn't their pushover anymore. I'd take back control, starting with Nathan. The house was mine, and I'd make sure he knew it. This fight was just beginning. Back in my apartment, I dug through old files, heart racing. There it was, the deed to Grandma's bungalow, solely in my name. I'd let Nathan stay out of kindness, never transferring ownership. Now that decision felt like power. I called Clara, my lawyer friend, explaining everything. She listened, then said, "You can evict him legally, Abby. Serve a 30-day notice." My pulse quickened. Could I really do this? Kick out my own brother? But he'd stolen from me, mocked me. I nodded to myself, resolve hardening. Clara promised to draft the notice. As I hung up, my phone buzzed. Nathan's text. "You won't kick me out, sis." His arrogance fueled me. He thought I'd cave like always. Not this time. I stared at the deed, Grandma's signature a reminder of her trust in me. This house wasn't just a building, it was her legacy, my future. I wouldn't let Nathan ruin it. I clutched the paper, imagining his face when he saw the notice. He'd underestimated me, but I was done being the good sister. I'd fight for what was mine, no matter what it took. Days later, I stood outside the bungalow, eviction notice in hand. My hands trembled, but I knocked. Nathan opened the door. His friends sprawled on the couch. He smirked. "What's this, Abby?" I handed him the notice. "You're out in 30 days. His friends froze. He laughed. "Diane's got a plan." "You'll back down." My stomach twisted. Diane. Was she plotting against me too? His confidence rattled me, but I stood tall. "This is my house," I said. He waved me off, shutting the door. I drove away, heart pounding. My phone rang. Diane furious. "Evict Nathan? The family will shun you." Her words stung, but I saw through her. She wasn't protecting family. She was protecting Nathan's free ride. I thought of Grandma's house, her trust in me. I wouldn't let them guilt me into submission. Nathan's laughter echoed in my mind, but so did my resolve. If Diane was scheming, I'd be ready. I called Clara, updating her. She warned me to document everything. This wasn't just about the house anymore. It was about proving I wasn't their pawn. I'd fight and I'd win. At the family barbecue, the air was thick with tension. Relatives swarmed me, guilt-tripping. "Family doesn't evict family," Aunt Lily said. Diane led the charge, painting Nathan as the victim. "He's struggling, Abby. Be kind." I clenched my fists, their words like knives. I'd always been the giver, but now I was the villain. Later, I overheard Nathan and Diane whispering in the kitchen. "We'll claim the house," Diane said. "She'll crack." My heart sank. Another betrayal. They weren't just defending Nathan. They wanted Grandma's house for themselves. Their scheme lit a fire in me. I wasn't just fighting for money or a house. I was fighting for my dignity. I slipped away, mind racing. Clara had taught me to gather evidence, and I'd start now. Bank records, texts, anything to prove Nathan's theft and their plot. I wouldn't let them rewrite my story. The barbecue's laughter faded as I drove home, determined. They thought I'd fold, but I'd show them I was stronger than that. This wasn't about revenge. It was about taking back what was mine. I sat at my desk, collecting evidence. Bank records showed Nathan's $30,000 transfer. His texts admitted the loan. I found receipts from his $6,000 Hawaii hotel stay, pure luxury while my wedding dreams crumbled. My hands shook, but I felt powerful. Clara called, voice urgent. "Nathan forged a bank form to access your account." Forged? My stomach dropped. This wasn't just theft. It was calculated deceit. I saved every document, building my case. Nathan texted, offering $3,000 to settle. I laughed bitterly. $3,000 for $30,000? No way. I refused, ready for court. Clara warned it'd be tough, but the evidence was solid. I thought of Grandma's house, her trust in me. Nathan didn't just steal money, he stole my future. But I was fighting back. Diane's barbecue scheme replayed in my mind, her and Nathan plotting to take the house. I wouldn't let them win. I organized my files, each one a brick in my defense. The court date loomed, but I wasn't scared. I was ready to show Nathan and Diane who I really was. This was my stand, and I'd make it count. August 1st, I filed for eviction. Clara helped polish my case, deed, bank records, texts forged form. Nathan showed up at my apartment, switching from begging to threats. "You'll regret this, Abby," he sneered. I stayed calm, secretly recording his words. His threats added weight to my evidence pile. Diane called, spreading rumors that I was greedy, turning cousins against me. Their betrayal stung, but I focused on the fight. I met Clara at a coffee shop, her eyes sharp. "Your case is strong," she said. "Nathan's got nothing." I nodded, but Diane's rumors worried me. Would the family fully turn? I pushed the thought aside. This wasn't about their approval anymore. I thought of Owen, my wedding, our future. Nathan's actions had delayed it, but I'd reclaim it. I stared at my phone, Diane's latest text accusing me of tearing the family apart. I didn't reply. Let her talk. I had proof, and soon a courtroom would hear it. The fight felt lonely, but I wasn't backing down. Grandma's house was mine, and so was my future. I'd make sure of it. I met Tom, a realtor, at the bungalow. He appraised it at $480,000, but the place was trashed. Empty bottles, stained carpets. Nathan's mess mocked me. Then Tom dropped a bomb. Nathan had tried to list the house for sale, claiming he owned it. My jaw clenched, another lie. I saved the proof, adding it to my case for the September 12th court date. Clara called it a slam dunk. I walked through the house, memories of Grandma's laughter fading under Nathan's neglect. This was her gift to me, not his playground. I found a drawer full of his Hawaii receipts, each one a stab at my trust. I bagged them for evidence. Owen hugged me that night, saying, "You're stronger than they think." I believed him. Nathan's lies were crumbling, but so was my patience. Diane's rumors still spread, painting me as the bad guy. I didn't care. The truth was on my side, and I'd show it in court. I pictured Nathan's smug face when he lost. This wasn't just about the house. It was about proving I wasn't invisible. I'd win, for me and Grandma. September 12th, the courtroom buzzed. I presented my evidence: the deed, bank records, Nathan's texts, the forged form. Nathan, without a lawyer, mumbled excuses about borrowing and family trust. The judge wasn't impressed. I stood tall, voice steady, laying out his theft. Clara had prepped me well. Every fact was airtight. The judge ruled. Nathan had 7 days to leave, with a warning of theft charges. Victory surged through me, but Nathan's whisper as we left chilled me. "You'll pay for this, Abby." His eyes were cold, not sorry. I clutched my folder, proof of my win. Outside, Owen hugged me, but Nathan's threat lingered. I knew he wouldn't stop. The house was mine again, but the fight felt far from over. Diane hadn't shown up, which worried me more. Was she plotting again? I drove home, replaying the judge's words. 7 days, and Nathan would be gone. But his whisper echoed, a dark promise. I wouldn't let fear win. I'd fought this far, and I'd keep going. Grandma's house, my future, my wedding, they were mine, and I'd protect them. Nathan threw a party at the bungalow the next night, trashing it further, holes in walls, floors sticky with beer. I arrived with a sheriff, heart pounding. Nathan smirked until the sheriff ordered him out. His friends scattered like roaches. As they cleared out, I found Grandma's hidden jewelry in a closet, rings and necklaces Nathan planned to pawn. My throat tightened. He'd stooped so low. I bagged the jewelry, evidence of his greed. The sheriff escorted Nathan off, his glare burning into me. Later, Diane texted, inviting me to a November 10th family reunion. It felt like a trap, her words too sweet. Owen warned me to skip it, but Clara said, "Go, but be ready." I nodded, clutching Grandma's rings. Nathan's party was his last stand, but Diane's invite hinted at more. I cleaned the house, scrubbing away his mess, my resolve growing. This wasn't just about eviction, it was about reclaiming my life. Nathan thought he could break me, but I was stronger. The reunion loomed, and I'd face it head-on, ready to end their games for good. October came, and I scrubbed the bungalow clean, erasing Nathan's mess. In a drawer, I found more Hawaii receipts, mocking proof of his betrayal. Tom listed the house for sale, and a buyer offered $495,000. I exhaled, relief flooding me. My wedding fund could be rebuilt. Then Nathan called, claiming he was homeless, begging to return. "Please, Abby, I'm family." His voice cracked, but I remembered his threats. "No," I said firmly. He hung up, muttering about a surprise at the reunion. My stomach twisted. What now? Owen held my hand, grounding me. "We've got this," he said. I nodded, but Nathan's words gnawed at me. Clara checked the sale paperwork. Everything was solid. The house was mine to sell, not his to claim. I packed Grandma's jewelry, feeling her strength in me. The The reunion invite sat on my desk, Diane's handwriting too perfect. It wasn't a peace offering, it was a challenge. I wouldn't run from it. I'd face Nathan and Diane armed with truth. The sale closed soon, but Nathan's surprise lingered in my mind. I was ready to end this, no matter what came next. Diane's reunion invite screamed trap, but I couldn't back down. Owen urged me to skip it, worried about more drama. Clara disagreed. Face them, Abby. Show your evidence. I agreed, gathering my files, bank records, texts, the forged form. The November 10th reunion loomed, and I'd be ready. Clara called, revealing Nathan was telling family I stole his home. His lies twisted my gut, but they fueled me too. I wasn't the villain, he was. I spent days preparing, rehearsing my words. Owen helped, his calm voice steadying me. You're not alone, he said. I believed him. The community center was booked for the reunion, and I pictured Nathan's smug face, Diane's fake tears. They thought they could guilt me again, but I'd changed. I wasn't the sister who gave in. I clutched my evidence, each paper a shield. Clara warned me to stay calm, avoid legal traps. I nodded, but my heart raced. Nathan's lies were crumbling, and I'd make sure everyone saw it. The reunion would be my stand, not just for me, but for every time they underestimated me. I was ready. At the community center, Nathan stood, playing the victim. Abby ruined me, he whined, voice cracking. Diane backed him, calling me heartless. Relatives murmured, some nodding. My chest tightened, but I stood, holding my evidence. Nathan stole my $30,000 wedding fund. I said, voice clear. I showed the bank records, his texts admitting the loan, the forged form. The room went silent. Aunt Lily gasped. Others stared, stunned. Nathan's face paled, his story collapsing. Diane tried to interrupt, but I kept going, showing his Hawaii receipts. He lived in my house, trashed it, tried to sell it. The truth hit hard. Some cousins looked away, ashamed. Nathan stormed out, muttering. Diane whispered to Paul, her eyes sharp. I knew they weren't done plotting, but I'd won this round. People approached, apologizing, saying they didn't know. Lily hugged me, whispering, I'm with you. I left, head high, Owen's hand in mine. The truth was out, but Diane's whisper lingered. What were they planning now? I'd be ready, evidence in hand, stronger than ever. This wasn't over, but I was winning. After the reunion, relatives split. Lily and a few cousins supported me, texting apologies. Others shunned me, swayed by Diane's lies. Clara called Nathan a con artist, urging me to stay vigilant. The house sale moved forward, closing soon at $495,000. Then Diane sent a letter, supposedly from Grandma, urging family unity. It felt manipulative, her handwriting too neat. I showed Clara, who confirmed it was forged, using old family stationery. My blood boiled. Another trick. Nathan's lies, Diane's schemes, they never stopped. I focused on the sale, wiring funds to my wedding account. Owen and I planned our garden venue, dreaming again. But Diane's let her nod at me. Why forge it? To guilt me into giving up the money. I wouldn't. Lily called, saying Diane was rallying relatives against me. I didn't care. The truth was mine and I'd protect it. Clara warned Nathan might try something desperate. I nodded, saving every document. The sale closed, but a new threat loomed. Nathan's next move. I wasn't scared anymore. I'd fought this far, and I'd keep going, no matter what they threw at me. Clara confirmed Diane's letter was forged, a desperate ploy. The house sale closed at $495,000, my wedding fund reborn. But Nathan filed a baseless lawsuit, claiming a share of the sale. My heart sank. More delays for my wedding. Clara laughed it off. His case is weak, Abby. The deed's yours. Still, Nathan's new lawyer seemed oddly confident, making me uneasy. I met Owen for coffee, his smile calming me. We'll get through this, he said. I believed him, but Nathan's lawsuit felt like a shadow. Clara dug deeper, finding Nathan's lawyer was a friend, not a pro. We prepared to crush the case, gathering every document, deed, court ruling, texts. I found another of Nathan's receipts, tucked in Grandma's jewelry box, proof of his greed. The lawsuit loomed, but I felt strong. Diane's forged letter sat on my desk, a reminder of their tricks. I wouldn't let them win. The wedding was back on track, and I'd protect it. Nathan's confidence worried me, but Clara's words echoed, "He's got nothing." I was ready to end this for good. Clara tore apart Nathan's lawsuit, presenting the deed and court ruling. His lawyer fumbled, then withdrew, admitting defeat. Nathan's case collapsed like his lies. Clara grinned. "Told you, Abby." Relief washed over me, but then she dropped a bomb. Nathan had borrowed from shady lenders, who now threatened him. My stomach twisted. His mess could spill over. Diane called, begging me to help Nathan. "He's in danger, Abby." Her voice cracked, but I saw through her. She backed to schemes, forged letters, turned family against me. "No," I said, hanging up. Owen hugged me, proud. "You're free," he said. I nodded, but Nathan's desperation lingered in my mind. His lawsuit was gone, but those lenders? Trouble. I focused on wedding plans, booking a garden venue with the sale money. Clara kept watch, ensuring Nathan's threats stayed empty. Diane's pleas echoed, but I shut them out. I wasn't their fixer anymore. The house was sold, my future bright. But Nathan's next move hung like a storm cloud. I'd be ready, evidence stacked, heart steady. This was my life, and I guarded fiercely. I rejected Diane's plea, focusing on my April 2025 wedding with Owen. We booked a garden venue, lilies blooming in my mind. The house money rebuilt my dreams. Then Nathan appeared at my apartment, looking rough, offering $12,000 to end this. His eyes were desperate, but I remembered his threats. "No," I said, voice firm. He left, slipping a note in my mailbox. "You'll wish you helped me." My heart raced, but Owen calmed me. "He's bluffing," he said. I wasn't sure. Clara warned me to save the note as evidence. I did, adding it to my pile. Lily texted, saying Nathan was spreading lies at a local bar, claiming I cheated him. His desperation was pathetic, but dangerous. I planned to counter his lies, but Clara cautioned about legal risks. "Stay smart, Abby," she said. I nodded, focusing on the wedding, flowers, a dress, our future. Nathan's note burned in my mind, but I wouldn't let fear win. I'd fought too hard. Diane's silence worried me more than Nathan's threats. What was she planning? I'd find out, and I'd be ready. Nathan's note hinted at a smear campaign to ruin my reputation. My hands shook, but Owen steadied me. "We've got the truth," he said. Lily texted, confirming Nathan was lying at a bar, saying I stole his home. His lies were desperate, crumbling. Clara warned me to avoid public fights. Legal risks loomed. I nodded, but I wouldn't stay silent. At a community event, I planned my move. Nathan's lies couldn't stand against my evidence. I saved everything. Texts, records, the note. Diane's silence felt heavy, like she was waiting to strike. I pushed it aside, focusing on Owen and our wedding. We picked invitations, laughing over fonts. But Nathan's threats gnawed at me. What was his next move? Clara said his lenders were circling, but that wasn't my problem. I wouldn't save him. The event was days away, my chance to set the record straight. I pictured Nathan's face when his lies collapsed. Diane's forged letter flashed in my mind, another trap I'd dodge. I wasn't the pushover they thought. I'd protect my future, no matter what they tried. Later, Diane and Paul showed up at my apartment, begging for Nathan. "He's changed," Diane said, tears fake. I held up the forged letter. "You lied too." Paul admitted funding Nathan's lawsuit, hoping I'd cave. I didn't flinch. "Leave," I said. They did, Diane's face pale. The truth was out, and I'd won this round. But their visit felt like a warning. Nathan's lenders were still a threat, and Diane's desperation worried me. I clutched Owen's hand, grounding myself. The wedding was close, my future bright. I wouldn't let them dim it. Clara called, saying Nathan was friendless now. Good. But I stayed alert, ready for their next move. Diane and Paul's plea for Nathan didn't sway me. I showed them the forged letter, their faces crumpling. You backed his lies, I said. Paul admitted funding Nathan's lawsuit, thinking I'd given. Never, I replied, shutting the door. Their footsteps faded, but tension lingered. Nathan's lenders called, demanding I pay his debts. My heart raced, his mess, not mine. Clara sent a legal threat, and they backed off. I focused on wedding plans, picking lilies and a dress. But a package arrived, no sender, just Grandma's keepsakes. Photos, a locket. Diane's work, another guilt trip. I boxed it up, refusing to play her game. Lily called, saying Nathan was in rehab, but I felt nothing. He dodged accountability too long. The lender's call echoed in my mind. Would they target me? Clara said no, but I stayed cautious. The wedding was weeks away, my victory close. Diane's keepsakes sat unopened, her last attempt to pull me back. I wouldn't budge. Owen kissed my forehead, saying, "We're almost there." I nodded, ready to face whatever came next. December sparkled as Owen and I planned our April 2025 wedding. The garden venue was booked, lilies chosen, my dress perfect. The house sale money made it real. Then Nathan's lenders backed off after Clara's threat, leaving me relieved. But the package of Grandma's keepsakes, photos, jewelry nagged at me. Diane's manipulation, no doubt. I decided to return them at the wedding, a final stand. Lily texted. Nathan was in rehab, but I didn't care. He'd hurt me too much. I focused on joy, Owen's laugh, our future home. Clara warned me to stay vigilant. Diane might try something. I nodded, saving every document. The keepsakes sat in a box, Diane's last trap. I wouldn't fall for it. We booked a band, planned a cake, and I felt free. But Nathan's rehab news lingered, another ploy. I pushed it aside. The wedding was my focus, my victory. I'd returned Diane's package, closing that chapter. Owen hugged me, saying, "This is ours." I smiled, ready for our day, ready to end their games for good. I confirmed Diane sent the keepsakes, a manipulative guilt trip. I planned to return them at the wedding, no words needed. Clara agreed, saying, "Make it clear you're done." Lily revealed Nathan was in rehab, but I felt no sympathy. He'd never owned his actions. The wedding loomed, April 6th, 2025, my triumph. I walked through the garden venue, imagining Lily's and Owen's smile. But Nathan's rehab news bugged me. Was it real or another lie? Clara found no proof, so I let it go. Diane's silence worried me more. She'd forged letters, backed Nathan's schemes. What was next? I saved every text, every record, just in case. The keepsakes sat in their box, a symbol of her control. I'd return them, severing her hold. Owen and I picked rings, laughing over designs. My heart felt light, but I stayed alert. Nathan's lenders were quiet, but Diane's next move loomed. I wouldn't let her ruin my day. Clara said, "You're untouchable now." I believed her. The wedding was my victory, and I'd fight to keep it mine. April 6th, 2025, dawned bright. The garden venue bloomed with lilies, my dress perfect. Owen grinned, Clara and Lily cheering. I held Diane's keepsake box, ready to return it. As I walked down the aisle, Nathan crashed, looking rough. "Forgive me, Abby," he begged. Guests stared, but I shook my head. "You don't get to ruin this." Lily let him out. Others turned away, siding with me. I handed Diane's box to a cousin, saying, "I'm free." The ceremony sparkled, vows sealing our future. We danced, laughed, my heart full. Nathan's plea didn't touch me. His lies were done. Diane and Paul stayed away, their absence a gift. Clara whispered, "You won." I nodded, kissing Owen. The truth had set me free. Guests toasted our love, knowing my story. Nathan's crash was his last gasp, and I'd stood firm. As we cut the cake, I felt Grandma's strength. This was my victory. Moral, legal, emotional. The keepsakes were gone, Diane's hold broken. I was free, my future bright with Owen. But a letter from Nathan waited at home. Owen, and I settled into our new home, bought with the house funds. Nathan's letter arrived, a weak apology admitting defeat. He was working a dead-end job alone. I read it once, then tossed it. My story had spread in Portland, inspiring others to stand up. Neighbors called me brave, and I felt it. The wedding was perfect, lilies and love everywhere. Diane's keepsakes were returned, her manipulation dead. Nathan's rehab was real, but I didn't care, he'd lost me. Clara called, saying his lenders left him alone. Good. My future was mine, no shadows. Owen and I planned a trip, our first as husband and wife. I thought of Grandma, her house, her trust. I'd honored it, fought for it. Nathan's letter was his surrender, but I'd won long before. Lily texted, proud. "You changed everything," she said. I smiled, looking at Owen. My life was mine. Moral, legal, emotional victory. The pain was past, the future glowed. I wasn't just Abby anymore. I was unstoppable, and no one could take that away.